everyone, welcome to the Hub. This is Pastor Jacob, and I've got a good word for you today. Unity is a really big topic, something that we talk about a lot. I want you to be in unity with me, unity with the vision. But I was reading something in Ephesians chapter 4. In verse 3, he says that we are endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit. Now, that's a pretty big deal because when we talk about unity, oftentimes we talk about, you need to agree with me, you need to do the same things, believe the same things. But I want to encourage you, unity has very little to do with us believing or acting or doing the same things. It's all about who we're in agreement with. The unity of the Spirit, you see, is when we come to an agreement like we're going after the same thing. We're in unity with God and what His desires are. This is why I can get on a podcast like this and I have different views. I may have different doctrines, a different vision than what Pastor Anthony or the other leaders that get on this podcast have. However, at the end of the day, we're all about introducing people to Jesus, strengthening leaders, going after the Great Commission. And in that way, we have unity. You see, you can look at a football team and these guys rally around the same goal. If they're on the offense, they're trying to score a touchdown. But if every player acted like a quarterback, how many know you'd have the most miserable football team on the planet? But if they're all endeavoring to do the same thing, they're all playing their unique positions. They all have their own parts that they play. Some are great at catching, some are great at blocking, some are great at throwing, some are calling the shots. But when they work together, they can accomplish the goal. That's unity. You see, an interesting word study you can do. In the Bible, it talks about how the disciples were all in one accord. You see it in Acts chapter 2, you see it in Acts chapter 4. And that word one accord is a Greek word, homothumadon. It means that they have the same fire or the same passion. And what's very fascinating, I encourage you to go and study it. Every time that word homothumadon, same fire, one accord is used, you'll notice that in the verses immediately before or immediately after, you would see tremendous miracles, tremendous moving of God. When they came in unity, God moved powerfully. They were together in one accord in Acts chapter 4. And the Bible says that God worked mighty miracles through the hands of the apostles. It was when they were together in one accord, homothumadon, that the Spirit of God came like a mighty rushing wind. It was the same thing all throughout. In fact, about a dozen times you'll find that word just in the book of Acts. So I want to encourage you, gather around unity, find people who burn together and hunger for the same thing. You may approach it differently. Your role and your position, whether it's in a church or a ministry or the family of God, may be different. But if we can gather together in the unity of the Spirit, I believe we'll see a mighty working of God. Hope that blesses you. Listen, if you want more content like this, you make sure and hit that subscribe button and be sure to watch for more content coming out of the Hub.